My breath came in ragged gasps as I clung to the slick mangrove root, the black water churning around me like a living beast. The moon hung low, bloated and silver, slicing through the fog that rose from the creek. I could taste the salt and rot on my tongue, feel the mud sucking at my boots, pulling me deeper. And there, it rose from the depths, the river guardian, its form twisting like shadows woven from water and wrath. Eyes like glowing coals fixed on me, and a voice thundered in my skull, not with words but with fury. You outsider, you who ignored the warnings. Now pay the debt. My cross necklace burned against my chest, but my prayers stuck in my throat. Lord, is this how it ends? The waves crashed higher, dragging me under, and in that split second, I saw my own face reflected. Not as I am now, but as a boy back home, running from my sins. The guardian lunged, its watery claws reaching. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't let go. My body acted on instinct, kicking against the current. As the silence grew thick, with every beat of my heart, I knew this was no dream. This was real, and it wanted my soul. If your pulse is racing right now, hit subscribe, because what I faced next changed me forever, and you need to hear it all. Good evening, my friends across the miles, sons and daughters wherever you are. When the night falls heavy in the delta, and the mangroves whisper secrets to the moon, the old things stir. I never believed I'd live one of those tales, until I did. Draw close now. This is what happened to me in Okolochi, when the spirits called my name. I stepped off the canoe onto the muddy bank of Okolochi village in 1805, my boots sinking into the red earth that smelled like rain and decay. The Niger Delta sun beat down fierce, turning the air thick with humidity. I was Brother Chamberlain, a young missionary from England, sent by the church to bring the light of faith to these remote creekside huts. But deep down, I knew I was running too, from my own shadows back home, a family torn by greed and loss. The villagers eyed me warily at first, their skin glistening with sweat, wrappers tied tight around waists, beads clicking softly as they moved. Abi, the village elder with eyes like polished stones, greeted me with a nod. White man, you come far. Stay if you work. I nodded back, my heart pounding. No grand welcome, just the rush of the creek nearby, carrying whispers on the wind. They put me in a mud hut with the family of Chukwuma, a sturdy fisherman with calloused hands and a quiet wife named Adaora. Their boy, little Okon, no more than 8, stared at me with wide eyes, his bare feet caked in mud. Nkechi, Adaora's sister, lived next door, her laughter sharp like a bird's call. I slept on a woven mat that night, the thatch roof leaking moonlight, crickets screaming outside like a chorus of warnings. The air smelled of wood smoke and river mud, thick and cool against my skin. Come morning light, I rose with the family. We fetched water from the creek, the buckets heavy on my shoulders, the water slick and brown, tasting of earth when I splashed my face. Chukwuma showed me how to paddle the fishing canoe, the oars dipping into the murky depths where mangroves twisted like ancient fingers. Careful, he said low. The river gives, but it takes two. Days blurred into routines that grounded me. I farmed yams with them, my hands blistering as I dug into the red soil, the sun scorching my neck. The yams were tough, their vines tangling my feet, but harvesting them felt like pulling life from the ground. Evenings, we ate pounded yam and bitter leaf soup by firelight, the flames crackling, sending sparks into the dark. The soup was hot and peppery, leaves bittersweet on my tongue, palm wine passed around in calabashes, sour sweet, fizzing warmly in my belly. I shared stories of Jesus by the fire, my voice mixing with their tales of ancestors. Adaora smiled softly. Your God sounds kind, But our river listens too. I nodded, but inside doubt flickered. Lord, help me bridge this. Oil lamps flickered low at night, casting shadows on the mud walls, and distant drums beat like heartbeats, calling to something old. Subtle omens started creeping in while I lived among them. At first, I brushed them off as my imagination. One afternoon, fetching water, I felt eyes on me. Not from villagers, but from the water itself. A ripple formed without wind, and the mangroves whispered, leaves rustling like voices. Just the breeze, I told myself. But then, yam crops wilted overnight, vines black and twisted, as if choked by invisible hands. Chukwuma frowned, rubbing his chin. The guardian stirs. Forgotten offering. I asked what he meant, but he waved it away. Old ways, brother. Nights grew heavier. Drums echoed closer, and I woke sweating from fevered dreams of drowning. The river mud filling my mouth. Smells shifted too. Wood smoke in my hair turned acrid, like something burning deep. Okon, the boy, tugged my sleeve one day. Uncle Chamberlain. The shadows move funny by the creek. His innocent eyes held no fear, just truth. I laughed it off, but deep down I knew. Something was awa. Kenning.
Meanwhile, back at the compound, I uncovered a family secret that pulled me deeper. Living with them, sharing mats and meals, I heard whispers at night. Edaora and Kechi argued softly when they thought I slept. The promise to the river. Father broke it for greed. And Kechi hissed. Now it comes for us. Edaora shushed her. Not in front of the white man, but I pressed gently over bitter leaf soup one evening. Tell me, maybe my faith can help. Chukwuma sighed, firelight dancing on his face. Years ago, their father promised an offering to the river guardian, a carved idol and first yam harvest for safe fishing. But greed won, he sold the yams instead. The family prospered short-term, but curses followed. Lost canoes, sick children. Now, with me here, an outsider, the old debt stirred. You bring change, Chukwuma said. But change wakes things. I felt a chill, my cross heavy. Lord, is this a test? At the same time, a rival's jealousy brewed like storm clouds. Matsi, a burly villager with a scarred face and bitter heart, eyed me from afar. He farmed yams too, but his plots yielded less, and he blamed outsiders like me for stealing blessings. He spread whispers. The white man angers the river with his strange prayers. I felt his stares during village meetings under the big mango tree, where elders sat on logs, palm wine flowing. Once, as I helped mend a fishing net, threads rough on my fingers, Matsi shoved past, muttering, "Go back to your sea. This land isn't yours." His jealousy wasn't just at me. He coveted Chukwuma's canoe, the best in Okolochi. Subtle threats came. My mat slashed one night, river mud smeared on my Bible. I prayed harder. Father, soften his heart. But tension built like the humid air before rain. The personal inciting incident hit me like a wave. One twilight as I paddled back from fishing, canoe rocking gently, water lapping cool against wood. I saw it, a shadow under the surface, long and coiling, following me. My heart pounded. "Just a fish," I whispered. But then, without warning, the water rose, swirling into a funnel that tipped my canoe. I plunged in, the creek swallowing me whole, cold, dark, mud slick on my skin. I tasted fear like rust, bubbles bursting from my lungs. Kicking up, I broke surface, gasping, and swam to shore, red earth clinging to my clothes. Villagers pulled me out, Adora's hands warm on my arm. "The guardian called you," she said, eyes wide. "Why me?" I croaked. Abi, the elder, arrived, his walking stick thumping. You live here now. The debt touches all. That very night, by firelight, they told me the full tale. The river guardian, protector of Okalochi, demanded yearly offerings for balance. Forgotten once, it now awakened angry, claiming lives unless appeased. As an outsider drawn in, I had to help or leave, but leaving felt wrong. Lord, you sent me here. Show the way. From there, compounding trials tested me body and soul. Physical dangers first. Fevers hit hard, sweat soaking my mat, visions blurring. River voices calling my name in dreams. I worked through it, farming yams despite shaking hands. The red earth staining my palms like blood. Moral choices piled on. Matsi confronted me openly one dawn, as I fetched water. Bucket heavy, creek murmuring. Your God can't save us. Leave, or the guardian takes you first. Jealousy burned in his eyes. I could fight back, but instead, I offered peace. Join me in prayer. He spat, but doubt flickered. Emotional lows crushed me too. Homesickness mixed with fear. Nights alone on my mat, smelling wood smoke, hearing drums like heartbeats. I wept. Lord help me, I didn't know what to pray. Okon's innocent insight guided me often. The boy, with his pure faith, said over pounded yam, Uncle, the river wants listening, not fighting. His words stuck, bridging my Bible and their ways. Soon enough, the trials escalated. Crops failed village-wide, yams rotting in ground, fishing nets empty. Hunger knocked, soups thinner, palm wine scarce. Blame fell on me, the outsider. Villagers whispered under mangroves, stares heavy as the moon. What's worse, a child fell ill. Okon's cousin, little Igioma, feverish on her mat, cries piercing the night. Ada Ora begged me, pray your way. I knelt by her, cross in hand, but doubt gnawed. Is this punishment? Meanwhile, the family secret deepened. Nkechi confessed to me while fetching water, tears mixing with creek splash. Our father hid the idol, greed blinded him. Find it, maybe peace comes. We searched secretly, mud cool under feet, mangroves scratching arms. Found it buried near the creek. A wooden figure, eyes carved deep, humming with energy. But touching it burned my fingers, like fire in water. Subplots twisted tighter. Matsi's jealousy peaked when his own canoe sank. Guardian's work, they said. He blamed Chakuma, fists clenched at a meeting. You hoard blessings. I stepped in, heart racing. No, brother. Unity heals. His glare softened a fraction, but tension simmered. Okon's insights shone again. Uncle, the shadow fears light, from your book and our fires. He drew pictures in the dirt, simple but wise, showing man and spirit hand in hand. The child's purity moved me, blending my faith with theirs.